Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Paige, this is Seeking Alexandria. We are poodalicious today, loving it. Crimpy waves, fun. And today, you guys, I'm super excited because as I film this, what is the other one? The Sweet Peach or Peaches and Cream collection is going live on my channel, so I hope that you are enjoying that. And then the other big release that happened, you know, like the next or the same day, was the I Want Kandee Collection. So today we are checking that out. I picked up the entire collection. I have the 4 matte liquid lipsticks, the, what's that called? Eyeshadow palette. And then this, which is what we're going to get started with. It's the I Want Kandee Banana Pudding Face Brightening Primer, powder. It says on the back here, achieves Kandee's blurring Photoshop finish with this translucent banana scented pudding powder that locks, sets, and brightens to help hide all your beautiful imperfections. Hashtag I Want Kandee. So I thought what we would do is we will get started with this. Obviously I have to like put foundation and all the things on my face, so I will do that super quick and then we will be going in with this here in just a split second. Okay, got some of that on. Boy, does that look cute, right? It looks like a ghostly ghost. As you guys saw in the video, again, the Peaches and Cream video that I put up, I have been really loving this foundation, so I went ahead, I tried to use this, and I mixed a little bit of my Infallible Pro because it's super light, and I was trying to like make the shade a little lighter. Don't think I added enough, but I think it'll end up working in the end because, you know, mama don't mind looking a little bit tan. So now it is time to go in with this banana pudding that I somehow got liquid on. What the hell? Alright, so let's open this up. My biggest fear with this is that it's either like actually yellow and it goes on and like casts a yellow, or that it's gonna go on and make me like change the color, because clearly I don't need help with that right now. Like, look at this, I don't need help. So it looks like a little, okay, looks a little something like this. I don't need to hold it quite so damn close, because, you know, I zoomed the camera in. That's like my favorite thing. Like, I'll forget that I zoomed the camera in and I'm like, look at this packaging! And then I move it all over the place and you guys can't see it. So, okay. This is, okay, what in the hell? It's like speckled and stuff? Okay. So first up, I don't exactly know what this looks like. So I want to run my finger in this pan, just kind of swirl it all around. Alright, so essentially what you get here, and don't mind like all the foundation that's left on my hand, but it's definitely yellow, but it looks like it does blend out pretty seamlessly, so that's interesting. And again, this is supposed to like blur us to perfection. I'm supposed to have no lines. I'm supposed to look like Kandee, whoever she is. I still don't exactly know, but I know that she looks damn good because I saw her in the pictures on the internet. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pat out my like insta crease under eye, because, you know, can't stop that damn thing from creasing for more than 5 damn seconds. And I'm just going to go in with my beauty blender and grab a little bit of this product on it, because that's how I apply it to my under eye. Okay, I am instantly irritated. So I put, okay, come on light, focus on the page, thank you. So I put it on this side, not on this side, and it definitely did like cast a little bit of like a yellow dark to it. I'm obviously going to do it on both sides because this would look great. I am a little bit apprehensive about doing it to the rest of the face if that's what it does just to my under eye. Now it does not look super blurring, but I'm gonna go ahead now that I got just the under eyes, and I'm gonna go in with my big fluffy brush. This is okay, apparently it's very difficult to hold. You like that? But this is one of my all-time favorite brushes by It Cosmetics, but it doesn't say which one it is, but it's literally like the brush that's the size of your face. I am obsessed with this. This is like one of my favorite things I've ever bought. You got a cute little mirror in here too. I feel like in this mirror I can see a difference in my pores and my texture where I put that powder, but in this mirror I can't. You guys trying to trick me? You guys trying to come for me with this mirror? Give me some funhouse mirror? Like, oh, look at how nice you look. When in reality it's like, honey, Okay, so let's go ahead and we're just gonna pop this on. Now this did say that it is a brightening setting powder, so technically when I'm done with this I don't need to set anymore, so we're definitely gonna have to feel that out and then see how that part of it works. And the banana smell is like super duper faint, like I can't smell it at all. So just FYI. I don't know if it's actually supposed to smell like banana. I thought it was, because that's what it said on the package, but because it says banana scented pudding. But I like literally barely smell anything. Like if you would have not told me that this was supposed to smell like banana, I'd have been like, oh, this is like almost fragrance free. Okay, so I'm not going to be like super hard on this because a lot of times these powders don't really do much for me. So just right out of the, like right from the start, I'm not super, I'm not expecting a miracle. I'm not like, oh my God, I look plastic now. Like, ooh, I look as smooth as this bottle. I don't ever expect that. But I do kind of expect a couple of things. If you say you're a finishing powder, you say that you are brightening, you say that you are all these things. First of all, I think that it totally took away like all of my Shape Tape highlighting. It's like basically gone. Like my under eye does not look nearly as highlighted. Neither does here, my forehead. Like it just took away that highlighted effect, which really sucks because I don't feel like when you put on a powder you should have to sacrifice that. And with my normal translucent powders, I don't have that problem because they are true white translucents. I also wouldn't have a problem with it doing that, A, if it said that it was going to, or B, if it actually did what it said. So now we are going to, ooh, no, I lied. Now I'm going to put my brows on. Don't want to forget those. And then we are going to come in and jump into the I Want Kandee eyeshadow palette. I have not opened this. I have not looked at it. I have not swatched it. Little fingers, like I have not yet lifted this tab. It's like still stuck. Okay, I might want to get some scissors, but I am so excited. So we will bust into this. I will give you some arm swatches. And wow, look at how much lighter my face, or darker my face is than my arm. That's funny. Good thing I don't walk around like this all day. So I'm going to go ahead. I will get you guys some swatches and we will go from there. So hold on just a second. Oh, got the brows on and oh boy, are they looking fun today. This one has got, they both have different shapes. I give up. Now I wanted to kind of go through, sometimes when I talk I just like slow down. Words go together. It's a problem. But I did bust into the I Want Kandee little eyeshadow palette here, and I wanted to show it to you guys, obviously, and I thought it was really cute. I love the concept. This is definitely like a tin situation. Like you could travel with this. I have a feeling your product would stay very safe. The only downside is that there is no mirror. Like they didn't put a mirror up here. It's just like this little tin top, which is okay. I mean, I prefer a mirror, and I know that these are pretty expensive, so I'm like, I kind of feel like it should have had a mirror for like, I'm sure it was like 38 or 45 or some odd dollars. I know it's not cheap, so I just don't remember how much. But I'm loving the colors, you guys, loving them. So these, okay, I'm going to turn it this way. These are so stunning. I swatched them all up down my arm, and I actually screwed up. I didn't start high enough, so I had to put two tiny little swatches off over here. I'm just like, Paige, why do you suck? But these are so beautiful, and I'm obsessed with the shades that they included. They gave you like a couple like orangey, like you could do like that orange smoke sunset vibe, or you could totally drift into like the pink purple vibe. So pretty. And they did give you these three shades, these three bigger pans down here. Two of them, just like in the Peaches and Cream palette that I reviewed in my previous video, they give you these three kind of similar shades. That one didn't have obviously any shimmer shades. It was an all matte palette, but they give you like two, one has like a yellowy-ish undertone, one has a really light pink undertone. Those are obviously all over lid colors. They are the shades Banana Buttercream and Ice Cream. And then they give you a whipped cream, which is like a nice like shimmer lid shadow. And I like that those pans are bigger because obviously you use a ton of those, and so I appreciate that. Let's go ahead, let's jump into me showing you the swatches. The shade names are on the back, and if you can see this, I'm going to try and get no reflect on it, but they do it like as if they were those fancy chocolates, so when you open them up and it's like, oh, this one is sparkling cider and swirling gumdrops or whatever. So let's go ahead and let's bust into the swatches. So first up we have Banana Cream Pie, Ice Cream, which you probably can't hardly see, it blends right in, and then Whipped Cream, and those three shades right there are the three big pans. And then look at these two orange colors, you guys. Oh my gosh. We start off with Butterscotch, Sweet Toffee, Frosted Pink, Hot Chocolate, Taupe Berry, and Licorice Rope. That rounds out the first row of shadows. For the second row, we have Sparkling Cider, Pastry, Sugared Strawberry, Cream Puff, and then over here are the other two shadows, Sugar Plum and Raspberry Cocoa, and that rounds out the entire palette. Yes. First thing I'm going to obviously do, we are priming that lid, honey boo boo child, and it is with the Smashbox 24-hour photo finish primer that you see me use all the time. Okay, I believe you. Okay, I believe you. Now in swatch, I just want to touch on this for a second. These all swatched super, 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 super creamy. I really enjoyed like almost all of them to swatch. There was only one or two that, well, I'm sorry, these three matte shadows right here, these two browns and then this black, they did swatch a little bit chalky, but I don't think that that's super uncommon for a matte. Oh, why am I throwing so many brushes at my face today? But I don't think that that's super uncommon for a matte shadow, so I'm not mad at it. I'm mad at it. God, I'm so funny. Okay, where's my paddle brush? First thing I'm gonna do is go in. That's annoying. Can't move this. Okay, I already don't like that. I'm going to go in with the shade Ice Cream. It's this nice little pink peach undertoned one right in the center. There is a little bit of kick to these shadows in Pan. I'm not sure about Fallout. Obviously, haven't put it on yet. That looks absolutely beautiful. I love that shadow. It's just a nice matte, just all over shadow, but it's very, very brightening. It reminds me of the lighter shades. Those two shades are super, super either the same or very similar to the ones that were in that peach palette. So if you have... That is so annoying. If you have that peach palette, same shades. Next up, I want to take the shade Butterscotched. It's this nice light orange. It is also right here. I think that I want to work with those two colors today because I'm obsessed. And so we're going to go in and we're going to start by popping Butterscotch into the crease. Okay, next up I want to go in with the shade Taupe Berry right here. It's very like brownish gray undertoned. I want to build that into the crease. Okay, I'm not loving that taupe as much. I feel like it's giving me like that slate gray undertone that I just don't think is very flattering on the eye. I'm going to go into it with the shade right next to it. That's Hot Chocolate, which is the darker, more true brown. And I'm going to pop some of that just on the very outside of the V to kind of lighten or take away that gray tone. All right, that helped a lot. Next up, I'm going to take that Sweet Toffee, that friggin' beautiful shade right there that I've been dying to get my little paws in, and I'm going to start putting that on the lid, but I'm going to only keep it like 3/4 of the lid, and then in the inner eye, I want to be able to brighten up that whole area because this is a darker shimmer, but seriously, you guys, it is so insanely pigmented, I can't even. Okay, I'm not getting as much pigment with a brush, so I'm going to go in just with my finger and try to do it. This is where a mirror would be super handy. But hey, you know, whatever. Oh, much better. You guys sound off in the comments. Am I the only one that uses my finger? I feel like I'm crazy. Like this, it just works so much better. Okay, I'm just gonna go in with a little bit more dense of a brush rather. Good Lord, I cannot speak. And I'm just gonna kind of blend those two together using a very tiny amount of product and blending from the outside in. Want to make that transition look seamless because, honey, it is. Okay, look at that. Oh my goodness. Loving it. So now I'm going to take this whipped cream shade right here, this shimmer shade, aka here, with a small little paddle brush, and I'm going to try to set that into the inner corner and blend it into that orange because, honey, it's going to be so beautiful. Oh yes, just a little something like that just to brighten it up just a smidgel. I'm also going to take that same white shimmer shade and pop that right up here. Now just to blend out, I want to be able to blend a little bit nicer from this nice crease bone, good Lord, brow bone highlight and then this orange right here. So I'm going to go in with a super, super, super light hand with just this banana cream shade on the very end and just kind of blend up into that shade. I like it to be a really nice, soft, matte transition. So it looks just like the whole thing was blended and like actually intentional. I don't like it when my shadows look like like you can see where it stops or, oh, like they didn't blend this. Like I like it to look very put together in that sense. It's one of my biggest pet peeves, so you'll always see me, and even if you don't see me do it, know that I have always blended that. Whatever my crease color was, I always blend it into my brow bone highlight. It's just a real light blend. It's nothing crazy. You can still see the color and the brow bone highlight. I just like to really fuse them together with like a light matte shadow. Now for the lower lash line, ooh, what do I want to do down there? It needs to be something that is, you know, not so intense. I think honestly I'm just going to start with that Butterscotch, that same color that I started with to do my crease color. I think I want to run that just lightly on the lower lash line. I don't want anything super intense because hello, but I still want it to have its moment. Just a little something like that. You guys can see, okay, maybe you'll be able to see. Come on, light, calm down. I did take just a little bit of that orange, and I think that that really helps to kind of draw the entire look together. I really love this. Let me go ahead, you guys. I'm going to think about these shadows, see if I have any final thoughts for those. Oh, but you know what? Before I do that, I do have a couple other items that I want to swatch and show you. Let's start with these. There's 4 I Want Kandee matte liquid lipsticks, melted matte liquid lipsticks. They have some of the best formula I have ever had in a liquid lipstick. Too Faced does with these melted mattes. They are so fantastic. They can be a little bit drying depending on the color or the shade, but they're overall really, really beautiful. And then there's also the I Want Kandee Candy Liner, Black Licorice Liquid Eyeliner. I will use that off camera, obviously, otherwise that would be like 300 years long. And I'll tell you what I think of that. Oh, I almost just dropped the whole pile. And then lastly, I have the I Want Kandee Candy Glow. Ultra Glow Highlighting Stick, includes a signature sweet scent and a pearly luminous finish to create a beautiful candy skin effect. Well, that answers that. It looks a little something like this. It's just like a really nice, like, tubular situation. Oh wow, that is really bronzed. Oh wow, super, holy bejesus. Hold on, let me put that somewhere you guys can actually see it. Oh wow, do you see that? Whoa, Nelly, that is beautiful. Okay, well, I'll be layering some of that on too. I do my highlight after I do blush and bronzer, so I want to get those on first. Holy cow, that is, and it blends so nicely. Like, it blends right out. I have a feeling I'm going to really like that. I think I might have to layer one, like, lighter or whiter highlight on top of it, just because I'm super, super pale. So I'm going to go in with some of these. When I come back, I will have swatched all of these liquid lipsticks for you on my hand. That way they will be dried down so you can take a look at them. And I will have one on my face. So hold on, I will come back. I'm going to give you my final thoughts and wrap this bad boy up. Okay guys, so I'm in the middle of putting on this highlight, and I wanted to stop on here and kind of show you with and without. It's a very, like, nice luminescent. It is very like, as I blend it in, it blends in really nicely. It's not balling up or anything like that. You can tell it's definitely like a very, almost a glow effect and less of like a shimmer glitter effect. The con to that is I don't get a lot of, you know, intensity. You guys know I'm all about that intense highlight. The pro though is that it's not emphasizing a ton of texture. Con is that as I put it on, it's pulling up my foundation, like in this area. And it's not so much over here, just right here. So I just wanted to show you guys or tell you guys that. And this did not say anywhere on it like, hey, it needs to go on, you know, under this or over that. And I'm actually really shocked because it's super, super lightweight. So I don't know why, there's no reason for it to lift or move my foundation, especially when bronzer and blush did not. And I normally don't have a huge problem if it's a cream to powder product. I can normally layer over top of my other products without there being a problem. And for some reason, this one is definitely, and it only did it right here. So it might have just been that patch on my face. I'm not really sure. But it did pick up a little bit of the foundation, move it around, which is always irritating. But I mean, what are you going to do at this point? I think that this would look much nicer on a deeper skin tone. Just because it has the potential to really reflect off of it nicely. I'm so pale even with this fake ass like tan foundation thing that I have going on right now that it's still not enough glow, I mean, to like really emphasize my face. But I do think that it is a beautiful little luminizer. While I'm doing this, I figured I would talk to you and do double duty about this eyeliner. I'll show you guys the applicator in a second, but it's essentially like a stick liner, you know, like it's got a little pot, you pull it out and you line it. And I didn't have a problem with it initially until it started to bleed onto like my inner eye area, and that I wasn't a fan of. So something to keep in mind. I think it's better for the outside of the eye, but if you have to line down like how I do into your water duct or toward the inside of your eye, it's not my favorite. All right guys, I went ahead, I got everything on, and I'm just gonna give you real quick some final thoughts. First of all, these are the new liquid lipsticks that they came out, the formulas. They are absolutely stunning. Let me zoom you in and show them to you. The shade on my lips is this top shade. It is Freshly Baked. By the way, look at that packaging, so cute. Then that hot red, matte red, we have Sweet and Sour. That purple, oh my god, Tropical Punch. And then this last shade right here, we have Melted Ice Cream, and it's just like a very nude, it's at the very top. and it's so interesting to me because it's like a flesh tone, but it's so pretty. So I don't think that there's ever any question on their liquid lipsticks. The formula is great. I will, of course, go through these, wear them all, let you guys know if all the formulas are good and all that, and we'll do probably similar to the Peach collection. I will check back in a week to 2 weeks and let you guys know this is what I love, this is what I don't love, and all that good stuff, and how it's been working and wearing. Right from the start, though, I can tell you that this eyeliner I wasn't a big fan of, and I'll show you why. It's a very liquid, it's got like a little rattle in it, and I don't like the applicator. First of all, was okay. It's a rigid liner, meaning it's not felt tip, it doesn't like bend with the curves of your eye. So I was actually able to take it, it is slanted, and kind of stamp it along my waterline, which was fine, right up until I got to the inner corner of my eye, and I started getting, I mean, I wasn't even, I would say, all the way in it. I was probably a good 1/4 inch from my corner, and it still started to bleed onto my lower lash line, and I was like, great. Well, then it started to get into all the cracks on my lower lash line, and it was a nightmare. So this is a little bit too liquid for me. A lot of people love this kind. For me personally, not my deal. The eyeshadow palette I want to play around with a little bit more before I really say yes or no. I don't like the fact that it does not have a mirror, but the shades are really beautiful. I obviously was only able to put, what, 4 or 5 or something like that on my face today, so I want to keep working with them and kind of go from there, see if I like them. So far, though, I think that they are super creamy. I think that they are rich in pigment, and they were very easy to work with and to blend, so I'll keep you guys apprised with that one as well. This Luminous Candy Glow Luminizer stick thing, I did not care for this personally. It's not my favorite skin tone, or it's not perfect for my skin tone. I actually had to layer a little bit brighter highlighter on my face just because this didn't quite do it for me. It is a beautiful glow, and I will give it that all day long. I didn't like it the way that it sat on my foundation, and I think if it was below my foundation, you wouldn't see it at all because it didn't pack enough of a punch. So for me, this one is kind of a miss as well. And the only other thing that I needed to talk about was this banana powder. Now, me personally, I will probably never use this again. As I set down my face, I didn't see any real difference. What I don't like is that orange or that yellowy cast on my face. I can't get it to go away, and it's almost made me like cakey up in some areas. My face hasn't hit the sweet spot yet, you guys, so we all know this, and if you're a true seeker that you've been here for a while, you know my face has a sweet spot like an hour, hour and a half into the day. As always, hit me up in the comment section. Is there anything that you want to see reviewed? Thoughts, comments, suggestions, anything like that? Hit me up down there. Don't forget to subscribe because I keep bringing new videos damn near every single day, trying to get this up and running, trying to get you guys to realize and to see that like you love me, and that we can build that little relationship bridge over to happiness where you are subscribed and you love me and all my content. And even if you don't love all my content, you always love my sarcasm, my wit, and how I forget to do everything. So I will talk to you guys all later. Hope you have a great day, weekend, night, whatever. I forget how to talk sometimes too, so that's cute. And I will see you guys in probably a week to 2 weeks with this collection. We'll talk about it, but until then, you guys have a great time and take care. Bye. I want candy. I wonder how many people have sang that song. I look cakey. That powder is pissing me off. So cakey. Okay guys, just kidding. I wanted to stop back on here real quick, and I was thinking throughout the day of like little things that I wanted to add or that I wanted to say. So I wanted to just pop back on real super quick and kind of run through them real quick. Hopefully it doesn't make this video a ton longer, but if it does, oh well. So the first thing I wanted to touch on were these liquid lipsticks. The one I wore today is actually in my purse. The color on these lasted, or the one I wore, I can't speak for these three, but the color on the one that I wore today was so beautiful, and it lasted all day. Like, it was there through lunch, it was there through my coffee, it didn't like dry down, it didn't dry out, I mean it dried down, but it didn't dry out my lips, and I was like actually shocked, because the last one of these that I wore, I was kind of like, like it lasted and it lasted nice, but it did dry out my lips a little, and this one didn't. So maybe this formula is a little different, maybe it's the color that I wore today, I'm not sure, but I wanted to let you guys know that everything I said in that first clip about being like obnoxiously drying on the lips, I did not experience that today, so I am like hopeful that the rest of these don't do it either. And then the other thing I was kind of like with was this freaking I Want Kandee banana pudding powder. I did not love this, and I'm so sad because I wanted to love it so, so bad. What I didn't like, first of all, is I got super, super shiny today. Like, I had to blot once, and right now my entire face is like a vat of oil. This did not do anything as far as like shine control goes. It didn't do any smoothing throughout the day. Like, it didn't do anything, and I've like looked in every mirror, and I'm confident all it did is make me super, super, super cakey. And I am not lying. Like, this was such a disappointment. I will never put this back on my face. Because not only did it turn me yellow, it didn't do what it said it was supposed to do. And I was just like, girl, bye. No, thank you. And that's just me. I mean, if you guys have bought it and had a different experience, leave it down below because I'd be super curious to know if it worked for other people. Just by the way that it changed the shade of my face, I'm like, I can't live with you right now. You are disgusting me. Another thing that I wanted to touch on, where is it at here? Oh, this liner that I put on this morning, it has actually bled like onto my lower lash, like on the inner eye. And I don't normally have that issue with liner. If I ever have an issue with like transfer or color transfer or anything like that, like the black getting on my lower lash line, it's usually from the mascara. And this is like a very clear like transfer from my liner. So this is like, in my opinion, this is not sweat, heat, oil, or some kind of proof because it did not last. It lasted okay, again, on the upper outer side of my eye, but on the inner side, it transferred down and it's just not a cute thing. It is a hot mess. So I do not like this for me. Again, I'd like to reiterate, I have super, super, super oily skin. So that could be an issue, or it could be this. So if you've tried this and you loved it, I would also be curious to know. I just was not a fan. Like, oh my God, I was not a fan. And then I kept thinking, this has bothered me all day. This illuminator stick thing, I was just like, I was so frustrated with it this morning. I was frustrated with the way that it got like, I don't know if it's gonna pick up on camera or not, but it almost got like gummy, chunky weirdness on it. And again, I don't know if it's gonna pick up on camera because the texture is really weird, but I was like, you know what? First of all, I already don't like the fact that it has like zero glow to it. Like I said in this morning's clip, if you were to put this under foundation and then under powder and under everything, you literally would have no idea you had it on. And I hate that right from the start because I'm like, what purpose do you serve? Like, you can't say, oh Paige, it's because you tried to put it on over powder when it wouldn't have showed if I put it on under something else. I don't know, maybe it's just me. I didn't care for this. Now, the one thing that I do want to say about these shadows, I obviously have not worked with all of them, and I know I said it a ton this morning. These shadows were super nice and creamy and blendable and very, very nice in that respect. And I really did like the way that they wore today. And I actually wanted to stop on here to let you guys know these did not crease on me. These have not done anything that they should not have done. These are absolutely stunning. I'm going to keep working with them and give you guys like my overall impression on it as a palette and if it's worth your money. But other than that, like how they wore, they performed beautifully today. So I did want to stop back on and let you know that. And I think, was that everything in the... That was, wasn't it? Okay guys, so I know that I already wrapped this already once, so I'm not gonna get into all my normal stuff, but anyways, comment, like, subscribe down below. Let me know what your experiences are, what you think, what you're interested in, all that stuff. If you have any questions, let me know and I will do my best to answer them. I always want you guys to have as much information as possible when you're going to buy your stuff because I'd hate to see people waste money on stuff, especially if you are similar to me or your face is similar to mine or, you know, whatever. So just let me know and I'll talk to you guys all later. Take care, everybody.